Hi everyone and welcome to Creative Cakes by Sharon. Well, I've been wanting to make a roll cake for quite a while now, so today I took the plunge and created this adorable emoji roll cake. It's actually a lot easier to make than you might think, and compared to decorating a huge tiered cake, it's pretty quick and I think pretty impressive too. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make one. To start with, we need to make some batter for the emojis, and I'm using egg whites, flour, powdered sugar, butter, vanilla extract, and some yellow, pink, brown, and red food colouring. The first thing I need to do is beat the egg whites until I get nice soft peaks, and then gradually add the powdered sugar a little at a time. If you want to save on the cleaning up, make sure you do the egg whites first, because now that they're done, we can simply use the same beaters to beat the butter until it's nice and fluffy and pale in colour. To this I add the vanilla extract and then the flour, once again adding it gradually a little at a time. You'll notice it starts to look a little bit lumpy, but don't worry, that's fine as it comes together once the egg white mixture is added. So first I'll add half the egg white mixture, followed by the rest. The batter should be nice and thick, and now I need to divide it up so that I have 3 little bowls of emoji batter and 1 large bowl. Into each of my bowls I need to add a couple of drops of each of my food colourings and mix them in well. Now here I've got all the different coloured emoji batters in separate piping bags, and for the pink, brown and red I'm using a small number 2 Wilton's piping tip and a larger number 10 tip for the yellow batter. So here I've got my emoji template, and I just selected a few emojis and printed them on this sheet. If you have a cookie sheet at home, you can use that, but I'm going to use a normal baking pan so that you can see you don't need any special tray to make this. I've also got a sheet of non-stick baking paper that fits nicely on the bottom of my pan. So I'm going to stick my template down with a little bit of tape, and I'm ready to start piping. All I need to do here is start tracing over the emojis with the batter, completing one colour at a time. A little trick you might like to use if you're worried that your lines aren't narrow enough is to gently drag the batter at the edges of the eyebrows and the eyes into a point using a toothpick or a skewer. I've got a link to my emoji template down in the description box below, but you can actually use any emojis you like to create your own template. Once I've filled in all the emoji expressions, I need to fill in their faces with the yellow batter, and then the tray needs to go in the fridge until I'm ready to use it again. Moving on to the roll cake batter now, I'm using eggs, sugar, flour, melted butter which has been cooled down to room temperature, vanilla extract, a pinch of salt and some blue food colouring. So first I'll add the pinch of salt and half of the sugar to the egg whites and beat until I get stiff peaks. Then again, saving on the cleaning, I can use the same beaters to beat the egg yolks and the remainder of the sugar. Once Once the egg yolks become a nice pale colour, it's time to add the vanilla extract and the melted butter. At this stage, I'm going to add the blue food colouring to the egg yolk mixture, give it a quick stir and then gradually add the flour, making sure it's well combined. Then finally, I need to add the egg white mixture, gently folding the batter until everything is incorporated together. I've removed my pan from the fridge now, and I can gently take away the template from underneath the baking paper. And once I've poured the roll cake batter into the tray, I'm just going to gently spread out the batter evenly. Give it a few quick taps on the bench to get rid of any air bubbles and pop it into the oven, which was preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 356 Fahrenheit. This cake is extremely thin and cooks extremely fast, so don't go too far away. It only took me 7.5 minutes for my cake to cook. As soon as I remove the cake from the oven, I'm going to run a knife along the edges of the cake to make sure they're not stuck to the pan. I'm going to place a fresh sheet of baking paper over the top and use another baking tray on top to carefully flip it upside down. You can see all the adorable emoji faces as I remove the original sheet of baking paper. Now after I put another fresh sheet of baking paper over the top again, I'm going to flip it back over and remove the top sheet of paper. Now I'm going to fold the overhang of my baking paper over the edge of the cake roll and gently start to roll the cake. This is so that while it is cooling, it will keep the shape of a roll. It's still pretty hot, so use a pair of gloves if you need to. I also wrapped my cake in a clean tea towel to give it extra support and placed it on a dish before putting it in the fridge to cool completely. While the cake is cooling, I'm going to make a nice simple cream filling for the cake. All I need is some double cream, powdered sugar and vanilla extract. Give them all a quick whip together and it's done. Now the cake is cooled and I need to gently unroll it so that I can add my filling. Take your time unrolling because if you unroll the cake too fast, it may crack. When I spread the cream filling on the cake, I'm going to leave the bottom section empty as the cream will get pushed forward when I re-roll it up. So for the final time now, I'm going to roll up my cake, transfer it to a dish and cut a slice of emoji cake roll. It looks so adorable and cute and of course irresistible, so you know what happens next. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my emoji cake roll. Don't forget to give it a like if you did and share it with your friends. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my creative cakes. I've also got a couple of previous videos on screen now that you also might like to check out. And if you have a go at this cake roll, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a line in the comments section below, or better still, send me a picture of your cake by connecting with me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram and Twitter. I hope you tune in next time, and as always, thanks for watching.